California. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you always need to bring your best in terms of dress wear.
Ooh, Ed, I got the really good stuff on today. I spent a lot of money in the stores, probably more than I should have. But you know what? Let's focus on the game.
The credit card bill is on its way. So is the start of this one. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. Bradley throws it up. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Won't go. Deep left corner. Wide open look, won't go.
It didn't hurt him this time, but defensively, you got to prevent him from even catching the ball to begin with.
Screen coming. James. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
Has a chance. Mike Conley missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. James to Danny Green. James. Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Davis. Can't connect. It's Jazz ball. Conley. Cruises inside for two.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Bradley. Shot from the lane won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Conley. Trying to cash in. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
James to Davis. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Conley. Five to shoot for Utah. Mitchell. He was all over him. To James. Davis. To James. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
To Conley. Can't miss those. Bradley to James. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Danny Green. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Off the mark on his free throw. Across the timeline, it's Conley. He'll run the offense. To Gobert. Count the basket at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
LeBron James. He's 3 for 7.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Jazz have the ball. To Joe Ingles. Nothing going here on that drive. Conley. Has a look. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
McGee powers it through.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Conley into the front court. Right now, 12 all. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Shot by Bogdanovich off the mark. Danny Green to Bradley. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner to James. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Bradley looking for his man. That's out. Last touch by Avery Bradley. Changes coming from both sides right now. Utah with the possession. Conley. Bojan Bogdanovich, defended by Howard. Joe Ingles to Conley. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To James. Swings it. Works it up top. The drive. Right to the basket. Ed Davis. It's Clarkson with the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Utah ball. Conley guarded by Howard. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
James into the front court. It's 14-12. Has a look. And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Conley to Clarkson. Deep two there, won't go. Rondo into the front court. The score, 14-all. Kuzma to James. Nothing going here on that drive. To James. Shot won't go. Clarkson to Conley. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Two for two on that trip. Rondo with the basketball. They trail by 2. James. And it's Conley with the rebound. Utah's got it. Conley. Won't go down. Bradley to Howard. Couldn't keep it in. Off Rajon Rondo. Time for some new personnel into the game. Conley into the front court. 2-point advantage. Gets it in the right corner. Fires the three. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
To Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Davis, down low. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Superman, Dwight Howard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Feels just like yesterday that Dwight spent one very contentious season with the Lakers back in the 12-13 season. He was thought to be the missing piece that would put them over the top, but they fell to Dallas in 4 in the first round of the playoffs, and then he was sent packing to Houston that offseason.
17-footer at the buzzer. Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Mike Conley at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter is complete. The Jazz out in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
To Joe Ingles. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Conley. Oh, that's how it's done.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Joe Ingles. Nothing going here on that drive. Sizing up the defense. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. They'll get it down to Davis. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Ed Davis at the line. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Los Angeles, they have it. Runner here won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His team leads it by 10. From the painted area, won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chippy.
Here comes the screen. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. It goes down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Mitchell with the basketball. His team on top by 8. They go down to Davis. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. To Kyle Kuzma. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles to Kyle Kuzma. Beyond the arc for 3. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Joe Ingles to Conley. Goes to the left side. Conley. It's Rondo with the rebound. To Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. To Caldwell Pope. Has a chance. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Conley to Joe Ingles. Mitchell up against the 8-time All-Star. He connects with the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Los Angeles has the basketball to Caldwell Pope. They get it to Kuzma down low. Shot from the lane won't go. Conley into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Caldwell Pope to Howard. Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the rebound taken by the big Frenchman, Gobert. Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Joe Ingles to Conley. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Mitchell shot, no good. To Caldwell Pope. No, I missed a short one there. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. Conley. They get it down to Mitchell. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Lakers at the controls right now. JaVale McGee to Danny Green. To Davis. Knocks it down off the step back. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Here's Rondo with it. Down 12. To Danny Green. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Clarkson to Davis. To Clarkson. Joe Ingles. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Into the front court comes Rondo. They find themselves down 10. To Davis. Danny Green to Davis. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Nope. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Here comes the screen. To Clarkson. Not that time. Rondo into the front court. They trail by 7. To Davis. Anthony Davis. 3 for 6 now.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
They get it down to Gobert. And look out.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Clarkson. 4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Anthony Davis. With that, he's 5 for 9.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Jazz ball. To Clarkson. For 3, it's no good. Shots not going down. Danny Green. To Davis. Deep right corner. JaVale McGee. To Davis. Jazz have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Clarkson. Screen coming. Clarkson. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Rondo with the basketball. Down 3. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Lakers ball. Davis. Can't connect from inside. Clarkson with the basketball. Leads 3.
Three's coming. Here it is.
Has a look. Mitchell shot off the mark. Davis. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Moutier. Five to shoot for Utah.
Watch that back door.
Shot by Moutier. It's off the mark. To Davis. Ah, the monster stuff.
And easy 2. Get back on defense.
Moutier into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Here comes the screen. That misses with 2 seconds to go. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Lakers have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Utah Jazz,
Game drive. Bench points.
the NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Spins and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
LeBron with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. Danny Green to Davis. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Conley. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound gathered in by Davis. LeBron into the front court. Leads 1. Over to the right side. Danny Green to Davis. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Conley.
Hey, okay, keep doing your thing.
From long range, and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that three-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Five to shoot for Utah. Fires the 3, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Davis to Bradley. Down low for Davis.
That's a mismatch.
And the rebound taken in by Utah. LeBron James sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Danny Green to Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Conley into the front court. His team up by 1. To Gobert. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Rudy Gobert has got 2 shots coming. Not the best career mark, 62%. First one, count it.
Number 39.
good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Bradley to Davis. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Anthony Davis, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Down to Gobert. Dwight Howard pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Danny Green to Davis. James, they'll get it down to Davis. Not that time.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Conley. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Conley into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Davis, down low. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His group now down 2. Danny Green rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Davis to James.
But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Has a chance. Shot by Bogdanovich, no good. Davis to Bradley. They go down to Davis. To Danny Green. And count the basket inside.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock winding down. James with the board. Davis to Bradley. Avery Bradley. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Jazz will take a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And the finish off the nice step through.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
James to Davis. And the basket good at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Conley into the front court. His guys trail by 10. No good. Defense catching a break there.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Davis. Short jumper stays out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Conley goes to the left side. Here comes the screen. To Davis. You've got to get that one to go. Across the timeline comes James. Lead stands at 10. Jumper's good. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Los Angeles, they have it. Bradley to Davis. Baseline drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Conley into the front court. They find themselves down 10. To Joe Ingles. Down low for Davis. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
JaVale McGee to Bradley. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Another follow. Stays out. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Danny Green trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Missed it at the line. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Trailing by 10. To Davis. Shot from in close, no good. Caldwell Pope. And throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Jazz have the ball. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Danny Green down low for Davis. To Caldwell Pope. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Conley to Joe Ingles. Driving right to the basket. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Count the basket inside. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. To Davis. Ed Davis, huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Caldwell Pope to Davis. Can't connect.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Conley. And the rebound taken in by Davis. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the 3rd quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they'd come out close to doing it.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Conley to Joe Ingles. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Conley into the front court. Down a bundle. To Clarkson. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Jordan Clarkson with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Short jumper misses. Moutier with it up top. His guys down big. Fires the 3. No good. Caldwell Pope. scores from the post.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Here's Rondo with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Kuzma.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Howard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Moutier to Joe Ingles. Trying to cash in. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Has a look. Rondo off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Gobert. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Howard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Moutier into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Moutier. To Joe Ingles. Down to 5 on the 24. Beyond the arc for 3. Moutier can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Has a chance. Step back jumper.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
I got ball. It's all me.
To Howard. Short jumper off the mark. Utah with the possession. Moutier to Gobert. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching. Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Great pass, setting up the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. Moutier curling inside. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys holding the big lead.
Got up.
Shot by McGee, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Moutier to Joe Ingles. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Moutier. The drive, right to the basket. To Moutier. Moutier to the basket, but it's no good. Rondo into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Davis. To the outside. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Moutier to Gobert. Moutier. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Danny Green. Runner here. Won't go. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
To Joe Ingles. Moutier. Down low for Gobert. Able to convert inside.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Davis. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Jazz will take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Moutier to Joe Ingles. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first. Oh, he missed on a pair. Lakers ball. To Davis.
Make it tough on him.
Nice pass to set things up. From the outside, and a putback slam.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end
When there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Clarkson to Joe Ingles. 4-3. Off the iron. No good. To Howard. Jazz pick it up. Moutier to Joe Ingles. Just off the mark. To Howard. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed a wide open look. There you go. Way to stay with it.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Gobert. From the painted area, won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air. New blood coming in for both sides. Danny Green. To Caldwell Pope. Trying to cash in. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Utah ball. To Joe Ingles. Probing the defense. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Mitchell. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
They'll get it down to Davis. The pass set it all up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
For 3, shot clock violation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Now a shot by Bradley, no good. Utah's got it. Conley. It was right there. Surveys the floor. Bradley to Davis. Screen coming. Has a look. Avery Bradley. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Lakers put one in the win column with a solid performance. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Jazz put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Los Angeles Lakers looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Anthony Davis gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap.